Incredible afternoon, Silhouettes and Team 365. How are you guys doing this afternoon? All right, so we're going to do a little live Q&A. Although it says, silhouette questions for beginners. Even if you are not a beginner, maybe you have some experience in Silhouette Studio. In this live, I'm going to address questions that people have about using Silhouette Studio and the Cameo machines, although I'm not going to actually show the Cameo, but I can somewhat answer questions that you guys have about it. So if you are live while I'm doing the intro, hello, hello, hello. If you're watching the playback of this, that's what we're going to hopefully get through today. A lot of questions about Silhouette Studio, in general, and how to use it and design it. If someone has questions about specific things and understanding specific things in the program, then this is your opportunity to ask those questions. All right. So hello, hello, hello. Incredible afternoon, everyone. All right, y'all. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the parent company of Silhouettes Anonymous, which is my online platform to teach you guys how to use Silhouette Studio. I started that about 7 years ago. And then we have an amazing product line. Honestly speaking, we carry sublimation ink, sublimation paper, pigment ink, and more. So do check out our website, shop.hsinc365.com. And we also have my academy, 365 Creative Academy, which at the end of the month, we do have the SVG course coming up. Well, probably now it'll probably push to July. I was shooting for the end of June, but it may end up starting in July now. But there is a link in the description to register for the oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. To register for the class. To register for the class, and hold on one second. How did that get over there? All right, hold on one second. Stop share. I don't see where this went. Okay. All right. Let's pull up. I was trying to pull up our website. There we go. All right, what happened? All right, there we go. Wait, nope, still not up. All right, there we go. All righty. So visit our website, shop.hsinc365.com. All right. So for those of you guys who are just joining, this is pretty much like a Q&A, or it's just like common silhouette questions for beginners. So feel free to drop your questions. Go ahead, share this out, tag a friend in it, and we're going to answer some silhouette questions. All right. All right, so first question. Hello from Pembroke Pines. You are right up the street. So hello, neighbor. Can you go over how to fade a picture? Unfortunately, you cannot do that directly in Silhouette Studio. Silhouette Studio is a vector-based program. So there is no real like fading of the bottom. Although I guess in some programs you can do like a gradient, and you can somewhat fade it from the bottom. But in Silhouette Studio, there is no like going to like no color in Silhouette Studio, so you cannot fade to no color. So there is no fading it off, unfortunately, in Silhouette Studio. So what I normally do, like if I want to kind of like mask something off, I've created what's called like PNG, like fade mask. And as long as like the background matches the color that I want to use, I will fade from, like, I'll put the fade at the bottom and it looks like it's faded into white, but it's really not. But yeah, you cannot fade directly in Silhouette Studio. Hello, Hans. An incredible afternoon to everyone. Hola, hola, hola. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So let's see. Hola, incredible afternoon. All right, y'all, go ahead. You don't have to wait for me to finish one question to answer the next. Well, to ask the next, just go ahead and drop whatever questions you guys have. I will say though, Bree, there are, like, I mainly use Photoshop, but there are some things online where you can somewhat fade. I did a video using and it's like in my memorial class, I go over using a website, and it's more so fading the edges of a picture. But when you combine that with like remove.bg, once you fade like the edges, if you don't have to come in too far, you can kind of appear like the bottom half is faded. But I go over that in my memorial class, so you can definitely check that out on the website. There's a lot of great little nuggets in my memorial class. Okay, what is it that I need to do in Silhouette when I export an SVG? I have my Mickey Mouse all traced and grouped together, but when I upload to Cricut, they are all separate and not grouped. So that is one of like the downsides of going from Silhouette to Cricut. It's just like they don't work well together. So it really is kind of like weird because they kind of want you to like make it a compound path, but then of course you can't really do that because then you're not going to be able to have like all the colors. So it is a little kind of like weird in that sense when you want to take it over to Cricut Design Space. All of the pieces will be there, but sometimes not. I mean, it's supposed to be that you're grouping them together, and it will kind of go over to just make sure that everything is grouped together, because yeah, you really can't make it a compound path. All the light colors, you can make them a compound path and then just group them. I'm going to see, do I have one that's already broken up? Let me see. File, open. Let's see. What do I have that I could probably take over where it is kind of like a which one do I want to take over the trying to look for an SVG that has like a lot of like layered parts to it. Most of these are PNGs. PNG. I don't know if this cat in the hat is a PNG or a vector file. I'm going to open that one and then let's see. All right, let's see. How is this set up? All right, so that, and then this, we release. So no, this is just a picture. So let's just go with the hat. I can select that. I'm going to copy it, put it in a new window just so that it's by itself. And then I'm going to go like to the red. I'm going to group that together. I actually want to just make that a compound path. And make that red. And then all of our white pieces, we're going to make those a compound path. And then we have our black. So now I'm going to just select all of this and group it all and file, save as, save to hard drive. We're going to go cat in the hat, and then SVG, and okay, and okay. So now I'm going to open up Cricut Design Space and see how that opens up. I don't know if I think it may end up doing a update, so I may have to wait for Cricut Design Space to open. Because I know I just saw someone say there was it took forever to do an update, and of course Cricut is doing an update. So we'll move on to the next question and then come back to that one. I'm trying to open a PNG file. I keep getting a message saying attempting to access is not supported. Make sure that you have unzipped the file. That normally only happens if you're trying to pull in an image that's in a zipped file. So you have to extract all first and then open it up. I'm so intimidated when using Photoshop. Photoshop isn't that bad. I would have to, I'm gonna probably just put any banner up here to cover this up. And then, okay, so I'll just do like this because I'm gonna go to Photoshop, but I was working on something. So I have to remove that picture first because they follow me and they really can't see it. So we're gonna remove that. I'm trying to find a picture. I'll just do the one, let's see. I'll do this image of Howard just to show you how to fade off. Okay, yeah, let's just do this picture of Howard because I don't have any of the other ones. All right, sign in. Oh man, oh Lord, it's been so long. I think that's it. Hopefully it signs in. Nope, sign in. Oh Lord Jesus, I can't remember my password for Cricut. Oh, they did sign in. Okay, so we're gonna go back to that one. All right, so although this is silhouette for beginners, I'm going to show you like really quick. Like people think that it's really hard to fade off images. Now to remove like the outline around it, I mean, it's certain things that you have to do. I like remove.bg. Although I have Photoshop, I can use it. I can do certain things. For me, I rather just give remove.bg my little coins and they remove the majority of the background and then I just have to go in and fade. And the best way to fade so that you're not destroying the picture is to go down here to your layer mask. You're going to make sure you're on the layer. You're going to click right here where it says layer mask. It's going to put a white box. You're simply going to go to the paintbrush, and here you want black in the foreground, the black as the foreground and white. So black black conceals, white reveals is basically kind of like, the term that people use. And then you can change the size of this by taking the size of your brush and making it bigger, smaller. And then you just go like this. And that is literally all you do to fade off the bottom of an image. That's it. And if you're going around something, so let's say I'm going to remove the majority of this with the big brush. And then what I also like to do is kind of put a colored background on it just so you can see what you actually did remove. So we're just going to go solid color and we're going to choose a color. Doesn't really matter what color it is. I just like green because it's my favorite color. And I'm going to push that down to the bottom. And then here, again, see, now I can see, well, I'm going to go over here. Now I can see where I'm removing it. And then I can just take my brush down. And then, of course, it's going to be a little bit harsher line. But that's all you have to really do to like fade off and then go around it. You can use your pen tool. It's a couple different things you can use. But this is pretty much what you do. And then you just keep going down on your brush size to get more detailed as far as like removing closer to your image, or you can just kind of come really close to it to where it kind of fades off. But that's pretty much it for fading in Photoshop. Let's see. Have you had any problems with the Cameo 4 not seeing that your mat is loaded? So you mean as far as it showing ready here? Yeah, that happens sometimes. And like not saying the mat is loaded, because as long as it says ready when you load it, I mean, it's there. But having this say like unavailable or not connected, like the machine itself connecting to the computer, yes. But just the mat itself, no. And then when this happens, it's just a matter of like maybe turning it off, turning it back on, turning the Bluetooth on and off. And if that gets frustrating to me, I just plug in the USB cord. Can you please share again how to select multiple edit points to delete? You are going to double click. Let's ungroup this. So once you double click to bring up the edit points, you just hold down Shift, drag and select, and you can select multiple points, or you hold down Shift and you click on the one, hold down Shift, and then continue to click on other points. You cannot click to deselect. You can only click to select. All right, so now let's come over here and let's go new. Nope, replace. We're going to go, oh, look, they got a new monogram thingy in here. So we're going to go upload. We're going to go upload an image, browse. I'm going to go quick access, cat in the hat, open. Yeah, see, mine stayed together. So I'm not sure. Make sure that you grouped it together because mine did come in together. Well, let's see once it's actually on the page. Add to canvas. Yeah, this one stayed together. So just make sure that you do have it grouped, and that should be okay. So I'm going to see if we just open up another one. Let's see. Oh, here's one that's a lot. No, was this a solid one? I don't remember how this was. So the Grinch. I'm going to open this and see, since it's like a lot of pieces, I'm going to see how this one opens up in Cricut Design Space. All right, so let's see. Well, you cannot make it all a compound path because then everything will just become one. So you cannot make everything a compound path. All right, let's see. Ungroup. Okay, yeah, this is basically a vector file. So I'm going to copy. All right, so if your mat is rotated like this, although I don't even need the mat because I'm not going to use it. So I'm just going to go to machine. I'm going to Cameo none because I don't need that. And then I can change this to, let's see, 12 by 26. And then center this to page. And it's all grouped together. So I'm just going to go File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive. And I'm going to go Grinch and see how that comes out. So Grinch. .2 feet. And then SVG, okay. And then I'll open that up over in Cricut Design Space. So upload, browse, Grinch. Yeah, I don't know why yours is doing that. Mine comes in together as long as I group it. So just make sure that it really is grouped together because mine comes in together. Oh, well, see here, did it? I guess it's a little bit off. Once it came in, it was a little bit off. So we're going to ungroup and then let's see. But yeah, as long as all of your light colors are together, you should be able to line it up fairly easily. So all of the light colors, like the whites, the reds, the greens, just try and make them a compound path so that they are one. And then everything else, just group it. But let's see, this was just ungrouped. So this is just grouped together. I'm not sure why my black came out so off because it's all grouped together. but it's a communication thing between Silhouette Studio and Cricut Design Space. Good evening. Can I use the same print settings in 2720? Yes, I use the same, like, especially if it's sublimation on my 7720 and my 2720, I use the exact same print settings. Just because you change the colors doesn't mean something is a compound path. So I can have this, we're going to ungroup, and let's move this here and then here. So this right now is, if I ungroup it, this is here, this is here. I'm going to make this a compound path and then fill it in with this color. So they're going to be the same. So if I just select these and I group them, I can change the colors on this because they're grouped together. The same way I can change the colors on this because it's a compound path. So being able to change the colors on it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a compound path. So like if I go here and right click, I don't have an option to ungroup because nothing is grouped together. I only have the option to release compound path. But on this one, I have the option to ungroup. I also have the option to, well, see now, there's nothing that's a compound path, so I don't have a release compound path option. So yeah, that has, go back, you're in the 30-day training. If you go back to the one, like when I break all that down, I explain all of those things. How do I get a picture bigger when I go to print it? It shows half an image. So if you're referring, I don't have version 4.4, so I'm not sure if you're using that. So if you are using version 4.4, and when you go to print and you have the print preview and it's cutting it off, ignore that. So like right now, I'm going to first undo this. So right now, my print border is showing me the last print that I did. So I'm going to come up here. So I have my show print border. And I'm just going to make this 13, right? Let's see. Well, let's go 24. Okay. So this box right here, excuse me, I just did a yard sign and it was 24 by 18. So that was the last thing that I sent. So my print border is basically showing that big. So if I had version 4.4, when I go to do the print preview, it's going to show it wrong. Ignore that and just go ahead and hit print. Print does not send it to your printer. It is going to open up the print. It's going to open up your print settings. So for this one, I'm going to go to 12 by 26, right? Because we really can go up to like, oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to make this 13 by 26 because, you know, we can technically print up to 12.95 with a Cameo. I mean, not with the Cameo, with the Epson printer. So actually just going to go 12.95. So the border is here. But once I go print, I'm going to go preferences. I'm just going to simply choose my my tacky paper roll, even though it's not really like tacky paper. I'm just choosing that because this right here where it says sub roll, I've already accounted for the longer one. So just watch my video on how to create user-defined settings. So I'm just going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to hit cancel. Watch how my print border jumps. So see, it jumped, which, well, you know what? There we go. So now my print border jumped, and it's showing it here. So ignore the print border, ignore the print preview until you go to preferences to set that up. Now, if you want to make sure that it's going to print correctly, from your print preferences, you will choose print preview. And this is the actual, like, real, true print preview of how it will print out. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I will try it again. Thanks, Shakia. I'm loving all the things I'm learning in your course. Thank you so much. If you guys want to know what course she's talking about, it is our Essentials of Silhouette Studio. Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days. I'm telling you, if you want to learn how to design and use Silhouette Studio, you absolutely need this that course. It breaks down not just the how, but the why of how the like the major tools and things in Silhouette Works. There's a lot of worksheets for you to follow along with and make sure that you understand the concept. You're never alone. You can post questions on our YouTube videos. It's exclusive videos just for the course. You can go into the group and post questions, share your work. So we are there to help you along the way, every step of the way while you are learning the program. So definitely check out, click the link in the description and check out my Essentials to Silhouette Studio. Learn Silhouette Studio in 30 days. You don't have to take 30 days. You can take as much time as you need. You might go through all the modules and finish it early, but there's 32 different sessions that I did to teach you the program, even with designing. So you can learn the program, but it's like trying to figure out like how to put things together. I help you think outside the box, and I go over some like designs and just kind of giving you information on how they were put together and like conceptualizing the designs. Okay, so someone sent a message to our website. I can't get my sizes to lock on the top. I set them, but on the page, but they move and change. Also explain how to change colors if you want to get a design and it's not what you want. Hold on one second. This is my dad. Okay, sorry. I have told myself when phone rings, I will answer now from now on. What was I saying? I think that's someone's question. So they don't understand why it won't stay. It's not. So I'll go over that I'll go over that really quickly. Let's go back over here. Let's see. Can you show me how to thicken a font? I'm in love with the Bell Hamilton font. However, I would like for the font to be thicker. I am spreading the word. Got a few people that brought them. It's the best there is. Thank you so very much. Is it better to design in Photoshop or Silhouette Basic Edition when attempting print and cut? Photoshop, it's not really like for me, I don't use Photoshop for design stuff like that. If you're doing like a print cut, even if you design something in Photoshop, you're still going to have to come to Silhouette Studio and do a trace and detach to get the cut lines. So if there are like features that you prefer in Photoshop, like gradient overlays or fading, like, fades and stuff like that. If there's like a certain brush you're wanting to use to bring in and stuff like that, then that's something that you would do over in Photoshop. And then you would bring it over to Silhouette Studio to create the cut lines. All right, so let's go back over here. So to increase the thickness, it's just an offset. And it's up to you on how thick you make that offset. So if I just go Team 365, oops, let's go back. Control A, Team 365, and let's go to the one that you asked about, and we're just going to go BELE. I'm going to add some color to it. So you want it thicker. It's best to try and make it bigger first, and then you're just going to put your offset on it. And you choose how big, come on now. You choose how big or small you want that offset to be. You're just going to move that line, or you can just type it in. I'm going to do that one. Let's just do that one there. And did I hit apply? I'm going to fill that in with a different color and move that down. So there's that one. I'm going to choose a different offset. So it's going to be slightly thicker. Apply. That's all you have to do, is just add an offset. So as far as resizing something up here, when you are typing it in, you have to hit enter. So if you just go like 8 and then tab over, and I do 8 again, and then I just like tab over or whatever, it's not going to change it. You have to hit, like once you, like you can tab over to 8 again, but you have to hit enter for it to change. So I'm not sure if you're still watching. The reason why it doesn't say is you're just tabbing through it and then tapping on your screen. That's not going to change it. You have to hit enter. And if you want it to adjust proportionally, you have to have this lock. We're going to go with 8 and then just hit enter, and the height will automatically change. And then I think I saw someone ask about colors. Where was that one at? Or maybe it was in the same one. Explain how to change colors if design. So if it's something where it is a vector file, meaning it's like this and it's broken up and you can just click on it. So you would have to ungroup it, or like if it's grouped together with everything, or the light colors are grouped together, and then you're just going to come over here and change it. If it is something that is an actual like picture, so let's say like with this one, because it is a picture, you cannot do that. If you put it in colors, it's going to change the entire thing. That's when you're going to, and you won't be able to choose specific colors. It's just going to automatically change based off of the original colors. But you would come over here to your image effects, go to colorize, and move your hue, and that will change those colors. Again, you would not be able to like say, I want this part to be a specific color pink, but I want this to be a yellow. If you want it to be that way, you then have to trace this to vectorize this and be able to select each individual color, like each section, and change the color. Let's see. I have a design saved and I make changes I want to keep. How do I save so the changes show in original file? You have make a copy. So that's the only thing that you're going to be able to do. So if you are making changes, we know that in my classes, we always say before you make any changes, you make a duplicate. So if you go and you just make all these changes and you save it, it's going to overwrite all of the changes that you made. So as you're moving along, always make a duplicate before you make the duplicate, make the changes to that one, and then once you save it, you'll have both. If you make more changes, like let's say like I go in, I change some stuff on this, I'm going to you can either choose to delete the first one that you made a duplicate of and then keep the second duplicate, because that has maybe you don't need to go back to the complete original, but there's no other way other than to make copies and duplicates of it. Changing something to a vector basically just means to trace it. It really does depend on the image. If it's say like a photograph of someone, then you're basically drawing that out. You are drawing out the outlines of them. And then once you have it, there are certain things that you can do, which is what I'm going to somewhat teach in my SVG class. I don't know. Did I save it? It might be in my recovered document. So let's see. Open recovered. I don't remember which one it is. Hold on. I'm about to just open up stuff. Hold on. Let me take that off before I just be opening up stuff. Because I'm working on things that can't be shown. I got orders for someone and it's technically a surprise for them. So let me make sure. No, not that one. I was working on tracing out a bus. I got to find that real quick. What day was that? Oh man, I gotta figure out. I don't think I saved it. I want to say that it shut down on me. What day? Okay, so I know what day this is. So I know it's definitely not that day. Oh gosh, I know what day that is. Definitely not that one. So it's probably a little bit before that. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to find this image first so I can show you what I mean as far as tracing it out. Um, oh wait, I took it off. Hold on. Actually, I did this one too. I actually worked on that one, changing that to a vector file. Dang it, man. What's up with all these? All right, let me hold on. Let me go look real quick and see what day that was. Un momento. I just need to check my page to see what day I posted about the SVG creations course. And SVG is just a file type. It means scalable vector graphic, but what you're actually doing is changing things into a vector file. So don't think about it as just an SVG too much. Oh wow, that was that long ago. Okay, so I'm way off. Hold on one second. Oh Lord. All right, one second. Oh, see, here is the one that I was working on. At first, I thought I was gonna have to recreate. Oh, this is a good one too. All right. These are all really good ones. Hold on one second. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So we're going to so if you're wanting to keep the original silhouette file, then you have to go save as, and you have to change the name. Save as allows you to change the name. If you just hit save and it's already been saved as something, it's going to overwrite it. So it's always save. I don't even really ever go to save. That's crazy because I want to always make sure that I'm not overwriting something. I always use save as. That's just like a safety net for me. All right. So I did a couple of these, right? So here, at first I thought I was gonna have to, but then I realized it was so small on the stole, you don't really see like the pixelation. So at first I was recreating this. So like creating all those different parts for that. Recreating so this I think is the full recreation. Yeah. Other than the words, I hadn't gotten to that part yet, but I'm going to put these kind of like side by side, and you'll see that this has some pixelation to it, and this is perfectly smooth. And this means vectorizing. So sometimes you're going to have to like either trace it out or recreate it. And I recreate this like creating the outside one, doing a bunch of offsets and having all that stuff. And then I was in the process of working on the name, and I was like, wait a minute, this looks blurry because I have this blown up to like freaking 16, but on the stole, it's going to be really small. So I was able to use the actual like original image, but this is what it means to vectorize a file, or change an image into a vector. You have to create those shapes. Here is another example. Someone asked this question in a group, and this is a very low resolution version of this particular logo. All right. And so through tracing and then just like some edit point, like doing some point editing and things like that, I went from this to here to where I can make this as big as I want because it is now a vector and it's not going to distort or be blurry and all that kind of good jazz. So you have to create lines, you have to create shapes in the program. And then last but not least, here's this one. And I was showing you guys this, where I was taking this image of a bus, and how I like to do it, just kind of give you a little, maybe if you're not going to take my course, I create half, because this particular image is completely like almost like symmetrical, really. So, I mean, this part is a little bit different, but I wouldn't really stress that. Like, I would just make it look like this part. So what I do is I create one side first, and then I just flip it and then weld things together to where um, I don't have to try and create both sides. So that's a little trick that a lot of people do, is create half of it, create the mirrored image, and then weld whatever needs to be welded together. Um, so see, there's that side, but it really is only half. And I created this through creating shapes, using edit points, couple other techniques in there where we're taking lines and then we are turning them into shapes. So it's a lot of different things that you can do to vectorize from an image. And that is what I'm going to go over in my SVG course. Miss Cheryl, you have all of these tools already, man. But the dates are now changed because of life experience, like things that happen within our lives. I'm going to end up pushing the date back because now I have to make up some other dates. So I'm going to end up pushing it back. So as of right now, there is no actual date. But it's going to be very soon. Just make sure that you guys click the link in the description of this video. Just get on the list. That way, once I release it, you'll be a part of like the early bird special to be able to get it at a discount before the official price like kicks in. So make sure that you click the link so that you register for the class. Okay. Thanks. Is there a software where you can where you don't have to do all that? There is no such thing. If you are wanting to vectorize something, you have to draw it out. There is no easy. I mean, some people use like an SVG converter. If it's something that's really, really solid, sometimes they'll pull out the colors. But for something like this, there is nothing that just takes this and like, okay, hey, let's just vectorize it. When people are creating these things, they are drawing them out, whether it's with shapes, they're using, like, let's say they're using a drawing tablet and they're creating the lines and stuff, but vector just means paths. So if you're not willing to trace it out and create your shapes, then you don't really want to create vectorized images. Yes, anyone that wants to learn Silhouette Studio, Shakia is the best at teaching it. Thank you so much. The SVG course, I put out there, if you're interested in understanding like how to design SVGs. So how to do things like take an image and be able to create the shapes to make your own. Some of them are as simple as like if you have an apple, rather than pay, let's say, for an apple, if you just have a simple image of an apple, it's just a matter of tracing. Once you trace that, that's an SVG. We're going to go over like a couple different ways, whether it's like straight tracing. When it comes to text, all you have to do is type out text. So when I typed out Team 365 over here, this is an SVG. SVG just means vector. As long as you're making it in a program that's vector, I can take this, save it as an SVG, and then I can open it up in Cricut Design Space. SVG is simply a file type. As long as what you're designing is a path, it's not pixelated, it's a vector. And so my course is really going to help you guys, really come to grips with that and understand it, but also show like just in designing. The text stuff is self-explanatory. Once you just go and put some things together, hey, it's a vector. But when people want to recreate things or like create their own, like I said, like if it's an apple, that's pretty much a basic trace. If it's an image, tracing that out, understanding just, when to subtract and or crop and things like that. My course gives you the foundation. When I go through this course for the SVG, I am not teaching you Silhouette Studio. Let's make this very, very clear. I am not teaching you Silhouette Studio. My 30-day course is going to be the best option, like to start with, so that you understand where things are located. When I'm going through, I'm going to say, okay, we're going to go to the shape tool. We're going to make a circle. Where is the shape tool? I'm not answering that. I'm being totally honest. Um, it's if you have not spent any time in Silhouette Studio understanding the basics of it, you are not ready to go and like just immediately start creating things. We have to learn to stop putting the cart before the horse. You have to understand, at least be familiar with the program first. So do know I'm focusing on creating SVGs. I'm not focusing on teaching you Silhouette Studio. That's two different things. What version of Silhouette do you have? Because my Rhinestone panel doesn't look like yours. So the Rhinestone one is here. All Rhinestones look exactly the same. I am using version 4.4. If you have Design Edition or above, you get the Rhinestone panel, and they all look the same no matter which version you are using pretty much. I mean, this to me, it's looked like this. So all of version 4, it's look like this. Unless you're using like version 4.3, it might look different, but or maybe the newer ones look different, but I use version 4.4 for my rhinestone. Well, I use 4.4 for, I'm sorry, 4.3.370 for Silhouette, and this is what my rhinestone panel looks like. The link is in the description of this video. Where do I try to do, where I tried to do print cut, some registration marks are not showing. Meaning when you print it out, when you print it out, they are not showing. That means that you have made your design page size bigger than your print page size. So they both have to match. If you have not watched my video on print and cut, I break down everything that you really need, like the common mistakes, going through your registration, like going through your print page setup, making sure that the page size matches the paper size that you're going to print to. Then your print size has to actually match that. Then it's like your registration marks. I even explained if you're using a printer that is not a wide format, you can't extend your registration marks. So check out their video. Search Silaholics Anonymous print and cut. It has dinosaurs on it, I think, like on the front of it, but I have quite a few of them. Check those videos out. One thing about my videos is I no longer, for the past, maybe 2 years, I really don't do tutorials. I've moved on from doing tutorials. I give you mini classes on my videos. So there's, as long as you're watching them and you're not, people, not saying you in specifically, but people in general, when it comes to longer videos, you guys like to click through, but I'm always giving information that's really important. When I have my videos, even when they're longer, it's because I'm giving you all the information. Take those notes. You seen, okay, no, that's not rhinestones. That's stippling for the curio. This right here is not the rhinestone tool. That is stippling for the curio. I think I missed something. Because I remember something about, I feel like I missed something, but maybe not. I have truly the best fundamentals now with taking your 30-day of Silhouette. Used it for the first time when I signed up for your course. Now people are amazed when I show them what I can do now. Awesome. Yeah, I love when you're posting like your progress and all that stuff. So I'm always like a proud mama when you're posting your stuff. Hello, Chris. How are you? Hello and welcome. All right. Any other Silhouette related questions? All right. And the course that she is referring to, the link is in the description of this video. It is our Essentials of Silhouette Studio course. I'm telling you guys, it is absolutely amazing. Let me see. I'm going to give you guys let's see, let's find it over here. Can I have two versions of Silhouette on my computer? No, you cannot. I think Macs can, but they say it still somewhat messes up. But no, you cannot have two different versions on your computer. Because I've started to put the playbacks right in the course, where I started doing that last week, labeling them and putting them here. So let's see. So we're going to go to day 1. Well, no, day 1 I think is more so intro. Let's see, day 2. Okay, let's just go to tracing. I'll go to this one because this one's actually labeled, because I'm actually about to release the tracing by itself. So maybe if you don't want to take the whole thing and you want to kind of like focus on tracing first, I am actually about to release this. It's actually supposed to be out already. I'm gonna try and do it today if I can. It was supposed to be out earlier this week, but this will be by itself. Some people have asked about just the tracing portion of it. That it's 2 days of tracing and it's amazing. So definitely come back and check that out for the tracing one. If you just go back to our site and look for that one. But I'm just gonna click on, let's see, give you guys a little bit of what is included. Isolate a blue, a red, a green, a purple, it senses. So I break down, I fully explain how it works when you're looking at like on a lighter color, a darker gray, and then like a white, and how it picks up. So you'll fully understand, how tracing works. So you see how, it's all the same threshold, but here, how many are showing, and then like here, how many are showing. And then as we go like up, see on this darker one, almost everything filled in, whereas with here and here, they're pretty much the same. Then we get here, this whole thing, like they look the same on the surface, but because of the background, they fill in differently. So we go through things like that. Like I fully break it down for you to understand how, like, not just the how, but the why. Like when you're tracing, why can't you separate the blue from the red? Because it's like an image where the colors blend in together. And then let's see, we got like practices. Here is the reverse trace one. So we went through a lot of like images and stuff like that. So I show how to go through this and basically do a reverse trace when it has and that's what I call it, when you have black around it and you need to trace it out so that you can then isolate it. So we have that part, and then you're going to release, and then you have it like that. So tracing, you can see there for day 1, there are 19 different parts to this. And this was an extra. I even stayed out afterwards. They were troopers. We were on for maybe like 3 hours or so. And I said, hey, if you guys want to stay afterwards and you want to just get additional help, we stayed on, because this one says outro. And I stayed on. They shared their screens. And we see, how long were we on for? We were on for an additional hour. And other people, this isn't my screen, others were sharing their screen, and I was walking them through it. So the great part about this part of the course is you get to see like how someone else outside of me is navigating the program and what issues they're having. And a lot of the times, these are things that you're going to run into as well. So it's like, oh, dang, that happened to me. You have a reference of it where you can go back and see, what you did wrong or what was missing, what one little step you were missing. So this was a good like hour. like I said, afterwards. And this is all everyone else. Y'all know I don't have a Mac. So this is someone's Mac and they're showing like what all they missed. This was a really good one because they kept missing like how to get this part separated and knowing what part to click on. So this bonus part of it was really, really awesome. Is Masters open? Masters is open. Like that's a continuous one. So with Masters, you'll get access to whatever class we've done before. We have 4 more months left in it. So yes, you can join at any time for the Masters. The way Masters is now, you only get access to the Masters sessions. If you did not sign up, before December 31st, you don't get access to bachelors, like the basics of silhouette and Masters. You only get access to Masters, and we're not going over the basics. But yes, it is open. I have a Cameo 4 and Silhouette Basic Edition version 4.3. Whenever I'm in the program for over an hour, it crashes. Should I be using a different version? No, unfortunately, that's just Silhouette. The more things that you have open, you're bogging down the system. It's not really meant to, it wasn't really designed for how much stress we put on it. Like right now, I wish I can go over there. I just can't go to those other pages right now. But well, you know what? I don't care. I mean, I won't get emotional. But like when you like, this is a lot. Like this is a PNG. This is a high resolution PNG. My grandmother's picture is a high resolution PNG. Then I have the background, not once, but twice. And then technically this one is 3 times. Then my fade bars are also PNGs. So all of these things, along with the fonts and all of that, will bog down the system. So I have this open this many times. And then she's also still over here because I was working on a different version of this. So I'm pushing the limit right now. I'm actually quite surprised that Silhouette has not shut down on me, because look at all this stuff that I have open. If you don't have a great memory card, if you don't have good RAM, you won't be able to have this much stuff open and it not shut down. That goes to the quality of your computer. And if it's like, not a great graphics card, not great RAM, you definitely would not be able to have this much stuff open and it move like smoothly. And then I still have all this stuff open. So I'm pushing the limits right now. There's been times where I do this and I push the limit and it shuts down on me too. So she said the answer would be a lot shorter if you say what you don't cover. Everything is in that course. I know, right? So the short answer is like, yeah, there's nothing that's really not covered in it. I guess, okay, what's not covered? Pop-up. I know. So pop-up, stippling, and embossing, and the puzzle. That's literally the only things that's not covered as far as like understanding. Every other tool is broken down and explained in complete detail. So thank you for that, Miss Shirley. Yes. What's not covered? Puzzles. I mean, the pop-up, stippling, embossing, and puzzles. That's the only things that are not covered. Even warping is like the warp and all that stuff is covered. All right. Awesome. You're going to learn so much. You won't regret it. Yes, I missed a few steps on edit points and redoing it now. Today, I'm more confident with it. Yeah, master's class was also like the memorial one. It's included in like, well, my latest memorial one is included in the master's class. Someone had asked about it because Miss Wood, which I know she hates when I call her Miss Wood, well, Laurie, and she was posting some stuff and she was showing some fans. But she's actually combined a lot of my trainings. She is someone who has had like every last one of my classes for the past like couple of years, and she has gotten to a point where she just combines a lot of the information. The text effect, I see a lot of the text effects, the memorial class, she's actually combined a lot of stuff. So my classes as a whole, and just the way that I teach, when you're taking them, you always learn something from it. Daddy put the drop in your eye? Yes, because you need it. You need to go wipe your face now. Go tell Daddy wipe your face. Go get a rag, wipe your face, okay? He has a bit of a cold and he has a little gunk in his eyes and he needed eye drops, and he's telling me that daddy put eye drops in his eyes and made his eyes hurt. But yeah, so masters has, like, you know, it's a lot of stuff in masters. Even though we were designing, I think that's what this was from. In one of them we were designing like Facebook banners, and this is where I was creating my grandma's Facebook banner. Don't mention it in the comments, y'all. Just leave it be. I'm just showing it for design purposes. I don't need to, you know, hear all the other stuff. But you know, I show like even that, you know, how we did it with Black History, like with MLK. But it's understanding, like, the course was called multiple cropping, but we used a Facebook banner. Like, I taught how to make a Facebook banner in that. So just understanding like how to do multiple crops, and then, you know, you make that work for whatever it is that you're designing on. There's no one course that's really going to teach you like everything from, I mean, this one teaches the fundamentals, but when it comes to like starting to put things together yourself and how to design, as you sit in my classes and I'm like thinking outside the box, I'm showing you different things. My courses for specific things are what help you with designing. The 30-day is to teach you the fundamentals of it, so that way when you go into design class, like, that's always been my dream, is real, like, that's my goal, is to teach you guys design. But I'm telling you, if you don't understand the program, you don't understand how things work, you are going to feel lost in design classes, because when they're going, they're clicking on something. Wait, what'd you go over there? Like, if you're gonna feel like it's moving too fast. Well, wait, why did they do that? Like, well, mine isn't doing this. Or when I do mine, it's doing this. And it's because you don't understand the program. I cannot stress enough the importance of really good basic fundamentals, getting a full understanding of how things work, like for any program, and then going to the design part. So masters is, oh, hold on. Let me see. It should be on here. Yeah. So here it is right here. Master's Pro. It's not a class. We've been in this for almost a year. Well, actually, most of them started before a year, but we meet twice a month. So yeah, this is way different than the 30-day course. So it's not an $86 one, kind of like that, because we meet every month, twice a month for a year. So that's what that one is. I love this course. There is no class course I've taken that breaks it down like this. Get the 30-day challenge. The breakdown is real. You're killing the 30-day course. I won the course, but I'm taking it really slow. I'm watching the videos first, then going back to practice. I'm loving it. All right. Any other silhouette related questions? This is, you know, I want to try and answer as many questions. I don't know when, when I'll kind of like really be back and be able to do like another Q&A type style, or like teaching one. Any questions is something that you guys were trying to figure out, could not. I'll field like no more than 3 more questions or 10 minutes, whichever comes first, and we'll wrap it up. And I'll put in the comment section, this is the link to get to register so that you're on the list when the SVG course drops. And then the 30-day, I'm telling you, if you haven't, jump on the website right now and get it. Start today. Start today with learning how to use Silhouette Studio. Um, could you split a file that has different files in it? I'm not sure what you mean. A file that has different files in it. Meaning, is it a JPEG that you're opening, a PDF, a PNG file? I'm not sure what you mean as far as splitting that that has different files in it. Different images will be a different thing, but it's a file. And are you trying to say like it a zip file? I need a little bit more clarity on that one. I'm on the list, wasn't going to miss out on this. I'm actually dropping a video on this one and how this was done, um because certain parts of this I had to completely recreate it. So you'll get to see a little bit of what designers are doing when they're creating stuff like this, with shape, and it's really basic shapes. All right. Hold on. I'm not sure if the question was something related to silhouette. I see a question that came in through my inbox. So let me just check this first. Oh, wow. That was a very rude way to ask that question, but okay. I can't tell where this person's question is coming from. All right. My recovery panel isn't saving projects. Any suggestions? So it does happen sometimes where it doesn't save, like depending on how it shut down. Sometimes it does not save it. It's best to try and like make sure that you're saving to be on the safe side. But yes, there are times where it will shut down and it did not save at all. There's really no suggestion that I have for that other than try to save it yourself. Trust me, it's happened to me and I've been frustrated. It's a bundle that has different sayings that you can separate. So, I mean, I'm not sure. So, meaning when you open it up in a program like Silhouette, is it a bunch of them? Like, is it one big PNG and they're all together? Is it an S? If it's an SVG, you simply ungroup. If it's a PNG with a bunch of stuff on it, you have to trace and detach it. If it's simply a file and there's a bunch of different things in there, you just have to extract it and you have to open up those files one by one. But once you extract it, you'll be able to see all of those different files. Do you have a video that shows how to split large images like print and cut for so it depends on how you're trying to split it up. So if it's like my cutouts, I don't know how old the video is. It might be version like 4.3 when I did it, but I do have a course that goes over oversized print and cuts. I go through like where to cut it at and like how to ideally cut it. That one was 2 years ago. So there is another one that's coming up in July, for a lot of party favors. So I'm redoing my like printable type deals. So printing like large cutouts, invitations, chip bags, cup wraps, charger inserts or inlays, stickers, so things like that, in July. But these are all daytime classes. I'm gonna let y'all know that all of my classes that are coming up are all daytime classes, but you guys will have access to the playbacks. All right. I don't know. So I think someone sent me something, but I can't get to it. I see like the preview and I see you're asking a question, but for some reason, like when I go to it, it's not showing it to me. So whoever that was, if you can just post it here on the comment section, like in the chat, but I, for some reason, can't get to the message that you sent. Um, all right, there we go. Oh, that was it's all I saw was I see you're live. That's what was a question, but they were asking about paper and picking up tacky paper today. But yes, we do local pickups at the UPS store. You just have to purchase it on the website. All right, so I don't see any other questions that have come in. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys so very much for joining me today. If you have any questions, feel free to okay, hold on one second. To post in our Facebook groups. Our email is there. Like if you ever have like a specific question about our products, you can always leave a message on the website or email the professor at hsing365.com. Be sure to definitely check out our products. If you are someone that sublimates, our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. Of course, with having great results like that, the ink release is amazing. You guys like to focus on ink release. I'm not one that really focuses on that because sometimes you can have a lot of ink on the paper, but the image still looks great. But what happens is it's not completing the sublimation process and you might end up with some ghosting because ours, it's not just about the ink release. It completes the sublimation process to where it's not gassing off anymore. The likelihood of getting ghosting is very minimum, even with our fast dry paper. We have fast dry and we have tacky paper on the website. All of our bottles are 140 milliliters, so you're going to get more bang for your buck. They are keyed for EcoTank printers, so you can use them on EcoTank printers, or you can use the syringes and needles to draw it out to put into your cartridges. It lasts a really long time. I think I'm still on. I even just added black ink to our 2720. And I did that well over a year. I have the video where I converted that to a pigment ink printer. And this is the first time he had to put black ink in there for, if not over a year, like darn near close to a year. So it does last a really long time. And with buying this, our bottles, that's 140, you're going to get more bang for your buck. And we actually have some of the best products, best prices on quality products. And it comes with support. Most of the times you are purchasing things, yeah, you might get it from Amazon and things like that, but they don't have a group where, you can get support from and learn how to use it. They don't have Facebook live videos. They don't have YouTube live videos. So when you are supporting us and purchasing from us, you are getting much more than just products. You are getting help and assistance from someone who's very knowledgeable in these things as well. So definitely visit the website shop.hsink365.com and check out our products. All right. We would love the support. We do ship to Canada. It can be costly. We actually have quite a few people that still who are in Canada. There's a couple of them. I guess they have some type of like US type addresses and something. I'm not sure how it kind of gets over there. So there's a couple just like that. We have quite a few people who order right about now. It's like they're on like a they order enough and they're like on like 2-3 months at a time, and they'll order it and get it sent there, and we sent it via DHL. It really depends on how much stuff you're ordering, as far as the cost, and then where you are located at. We are on the eastern seaboard, all the way at the bottom. So if you're somewhere in Canada and you're like up high or like in the middle, then of course it's going to cost a little bit more. But you just go to the website, put your order in, and it'll tell you what the shipping is. We don't have any control over the shipping, and all of our shipments for that are done through DHL. We don't. There used to be one where I think you can do it through like USPS, but now we do all international through DHL. Yay, glad to hear. That's always the goal, especially for my newbies and my beginners. I'm always trying to reach new people who don't know about my platform. I love what I do. I'm great at what I do with teaching Silhouette Studio and breaking it down. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you are sharing. That is the one area that I wish my followers and subscribers would, put a little bit more effort in, is just, letting them know that, I'm here to help. I know Silhouette. I've designed some amazing things. So you can really do a lot in Silhouette Studio once you just learn it. I'm not limited. I'm actually about to design portions of my grandmother's obituary in Silhouette Studio. You can do a lot in the program. Her yard sign that I put together, done in Silhouette Studio. You just have to learn it. So either, watch my videos if you can't afford any, afford my classes, but at least make sure that you guys get that 8365. Tell somebody you got a birthday coming up. Tell them you need that, instead of, a baby shower gift, tell them you want a gift card. Oh guys, it's so crazy. I just had someone, they have a birthday coming up. I had to remove the picture, but I'm gonna still go to it. Hold on. So I had to remove the picture, but this was so awesome. I remember when it was one of my followers, and like I knew of her, and it was so crazy that her daughter contacted us, and she said for Mother's Day she wanted to gift her daughter a one-on-one session with me, and then they also gave her like a gift card, I think, for like the site. So I had someone contact me, and they have a birthday coming up, and they're like, you know what? I already told my people, I just want stuff for my business, and you're one the number one places that I get stuff from, and I don't need nothing else. I don't need no shoes, no clothes, or this. I just need stuff for my business. So I created a special gift card for his birthday, for like his and he's gonna give them the link and stuff, and they'll be able to come and like buy him gift cards to be. I was so honored. I'm like, dang, I'm on your wish list. Like, you put me on your gift registry. That was so awesome. Like, and it came at the perfect time and made me all smile and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool that someone requested. So if you guys ever want that, all you have to do is just email me. I'm gonna end up changing it because I had to take the one that I had on there off. But I'm gonna actually create a gift card. It's gonna have his picture, because he sent me some pictures. So I'm gonna put it on there. That way they know that that's the gift card for him, so that when they order it, I can just email him the gift card numbers. But I thought that was so cool. So if you ever want like a special gift card, he requested a special package as well. So he wanted a set of ink, a chip resetter, because he breaks his chip resetter every like 2-3 months. He has to order a new chip resetter. So he wanted me to put a bundle together, basically like my paper, ink, and tape. So the only thing that was different in it is he added a chip resetter. So I'm actually about to create the graphics for that as well. It'll be the love bundle. So they don't want to buy the gift card. They just want to buy the product. So we're going to have both. But I thought that was I was so honored. I'm like, you love me. And that means we just have really great products where, you want it as a birthday gift or like an anniversary gift. So that was pretty cool. So email me if you ever want that and you want to have like a specific gift card. If you have like a specific bundle that you would like to have on the site that your family and friends can come and purchase from, just let us know and we will get that done for you. All right. So I'm not PC savvy, not sure how to share. So on YouTube, it just says share. Like if you look at the bottom, it'll say share. You click that so you can copy the link and post the link somewhere. Or if you hit share, it'll then ask you like, where do you want to share it to? And then you'll just choose it. And then there you go. You shared it out. Thank you for letting everyone know. Oh, wow. Miss Shredder, I never knew you didn't. Okay, so hold on. Let me see. Let me go over here and let's pull this like right over here. And let's say this was the last day. Oh my God. Okay, I can't cry. I can't cry. She was at my house this day. I had to like pause and all that stuff. So I'm going to do like this. And I'm going to go right here where it says share. Even if you're on your phone, you just want to find the share. So you can copy the link and share it with someone. Or if you go like and you choose Facebook, you can choose for it to go on your feed, to a group. You can create an event. It can go on you can put it on a friend's timeline. You can send it to someone in a private message. You can put it on your page. You can put it in your story. You'll type out what you wanted to say and then just simply hit post to Facebook and you're sharing it out, or copy the link and then send that link to someone. So that is how you share the live broadcast from YouTube. All right. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Thank you guys so very much for joining me today. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.